Right, for the first part of this video, I'm going to go straight out and say it. I've done it, Skeggy. I've changed me about me section. Stop screaming at me, alright? I've done it. Go on there, read about me. It's about me. Sorry if I feel a bit, or sound a bit groggy this morning. Like you know how I feel. Went out camping the other night. I know, October. Duh. But went out camping. It was actually a very good night considering. A lot of things went wrong. It sounds daft, but that's what we wanted. We wanted to find out what was going to happen if we went out like that, and a lot of things went wrong and we learned from it, so that's the main thing. Back on topic. Did I have a topic? Yes, I did. All-weather riding. Like, say if you use your bike for a commute, like I do. I mean, let's face it, I'm using a ZX6R as my daily commute in this shit, and worse. The only reason I'm going to stop riding my bike is because either my gear's too wet to wear, or basically because it's too bad. I mean, if it snows or something, I'm not going to be like last year, because last year, little Honda CG, and I commuted to work even in the snow. It didn't bother me. But I think I'm going to be a lesser male this year. I'm not going to man up. I'm going to put the bike under a nice warm cover and leave it till the good weather returns. I know. And I get people saying, oh, but you should get out there and ride, but it ain't worth the risk. On my Honda CG, I at least knew I could hold the weight up with my legs. You lose it with a 600cc and you've got problems. And I'm talking real problems, not just, oh, I dropped my bike. It's more of a, shit, I'm dead. But anyway, so there'll be no commuting in the bad weather unless I absolutely have to. Otherwise, I'll just take the car. Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about riding in bad weather, because I feel that's a topic worthy of discussion. I feel. Okay, what you think? Obviously, you have to make special allowances when riding in piss poor weather. Like, not accelerating too harshly, but no, I mean, the allowances I make are pretty much run as I normally would, pay special attention to corners, braking, lighting, and observation. They're basically the only changes I make when riding. My corners are different, my attention to details is different, my lighting, obviously, piss poor because of the rain. I'm not going high beam because I can't be arsed. Oh, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. There you go, high beam. But other than those things I've mentioned already, I don't change how I ride, and you shouldn't either. If you start riding differently in the rain, it'll affect you. You ride the way you do in the drive because it works, or at least I hope it does. I don't know, you might be one of these people who ride around, you know, like a spaz all day, hitting things and bumping into shit, but I'd hope not. I'd hope you'd have some sense about you. I mean, like this corner now, it's normally when I go around slow, and I'm doing it now. See? Nothing special, just a little bit more attention to the corner, the road surface, the lighting, and hey presto, you're through it and it's not a problem. It just requires that little bit of extra planning and thought on our part, but considering you're holding a motorbike up while moving in this weather, you've got to be on the ball. Remember what I was saying about no harsh acceleration? I lied! Actually, I'm going to pen it back a bit, considering not the weather, no, the amount of coppers I have seen on my daily route this week and last week. It's been unreal. I've ran into one nearly every day. I may not have done it on video, but I've at least seen a copper once a day on my daily rides. And they are very finicky about certain areas of change of speed, like this one. They'll sit up here just beyond this 40 limit and wait for you to come through at 50 and then done. And it's that easy for them. They don't have to do anything except sit up here and wait for you to come, which I think is sick, because they just get you like that, there, poof, and you're done. It's game over once they get you there. Not a thing you can do about it. No sign, no nothing, just poof, picture taken. 60 quid and 3 points in the mail. If you're doing over a ton, give me a licence. But yeah, riding in the rain, it really doesn't affect your riding. You've got to ride the same. Because if you start changing the way you ride, it'll start doing more to you. Damn visor. I can't see! Ah! Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. No, but like, if you start drastically changing your riding methods because of the weather, the fundamentals that you ride upon are gone. And you're just going to have an accident because you've changed everything. You're going to start trying to ride differently, and it ain't going to work. It's going to come off, in my experience. And I've ridden through all sorts of shit weather, and I've made it home every time because I've stuck to the fundamentals I know and understand. My riding methods work. You just got to apply that little bit of extra caution through the bad weather. Extreme weather warnings last year, I rode my bike, I made it home. Floods, made it home. Made it to work. The only time I've ever failed to make it home was not because of rider error or any other reason, other than it was so cold one night, my bike had completely frozen and it drained the battery. Now that shit you cannot prevent against. I mean, yeah, you could take the battery off the bike, but it kind of defeats the object. Oh, and there was another time, I'm lying here. The other time, I came out to my bike in the morning, pulled the clutch in, and the cable snapped right at the arm that goes into the body of the clutch itself, leaving me with no clutch and no way of actually using it. And as we all know, bike no go-go without clutch, so that pretty much scuppered my plans of making it home that day. That was another incident where I had to phone the future father-in-law and say, help! Oh, it was classic. He came out to get me and gave me the longest speech I ever had about being killed on a motorcycle, basically. Because it was bad weather and I've got a kid and it's his daughter and everything. The whole drive home, and he took me the long way so he could fit his speech in. And he gave me this hellishly long speech about how I could have the best brakes in the world and I could be the best rider in the world, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna die. Someone's gonna rear end me and they're gonna kill me instantly, and that'll be the end of it. Hey, those temporary lights have gone. Bitches! I'm not gonna be sat here all day. Woo! But yeah, that was basically his point, was that it started off with, oh, you can have the best brakes in the world but you still get hurt. But by the end of the drive home, it was basically, you got on a motorbike, you're gonna die. You look at a motorbike, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Every time. It was brilliant. Motherfucker. Funny though. Yeah, I'm sure we've all had relatives like that who just constantly, you're gonna die! You're going to motorbike, you're dead! You're dead to us, you're gonna die! It's like, I mean, the heart's in the right place, they're just caring about you and all that. But at the same time, you're like, for fuck's sake, I'm not gonna die! Deformed and mangled, maybe, but death I don't see happening. I'm too ugly and I haven't suffered enough in life to die yet. That's my outlook on it. I'm only 24, I haven't fucked my life up enough to die yet. But what I will say is peace out. Have a good one, take it easy. BritNinja88, like and subscribe. I'm going to start doing that at the end of every video.